Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. So somebody said I'm just concentrating on FX Dreamer and I'm just making these MT4 robots and I'm ignoring the MT5 robots. So in this video we are going to transform this system that we have here. It's Rsi Stochastic Forex trend following strategy. From this website. So, well, instead of having all these indicators on our chart and trying to follow each and every one of them, what we are going to do is we are going to just turn it into a robot that does everything for us in the background because we are lazy, because we do not be looking at all of these things. So that's what we are going to be doing in this video, and we're going to do this for MT5. So if you want to trade for MT5, we're going to use a free EA builder as well. Very easy to use. Everything that we do on this channel is for free, so I don't want people to say we couldn't do this because we could not subscribe to it and stuff like that. So I'm trying my best to find you things that you can do for free, uh, as well as also showing you the basics of what you can do with these EA builders. There's a lot that you can do with these EA builders, but I'm just giving you the basics so that you go from there, you do your own experiments, you do your own tweaks, and hopefully from there you can come up with something that is beneficial for you. And you can do this, you can transform your strategies by yourself for free. That's the purpose of these videos, to show you that you can transform your own trading strategy by yourself. You don't need anybody. Okay, so let's look into this strategy quick, and so that we don't spend the whole day here. So we're going to need an RSI 21, a stochastic 1455. Then we're going to use a set of moving averages, which is 12 and 5, as well as a set of slow moving averages, which is 34 and 45. So I guess this is what's happening here. This is the first set, and this is the second set. Then this is the stochastic, and this is the RSI. So that's the beauty of making this into a robot, because he's using a lot of indicators. He's using a lot of indicators in this system. So that's the beauty of using a Forex robot, that can quickly do all this work for us. We don't need to do anything. We just need to look and see if it works or stuff like that. Okay. So definitely, let's go to my favorite free EA builder for MT5. There are many others out there, and I'm not saying this is the only one that you need to use, but it's one that I use. You can see the videos on this channel. So the first thing that we want to do is set conditions for a buy. Conditions for a buy. So the 12 is a long entry. It says the first set, the 12 and 5, needs to be greater than the second set, which makes sense. But what I'm thinking also is that the 5 needs to be above the 12, and the 34 needs to be above the 45. Obviously, automatically this one will be above this one. But let's see. You can follow along and then test this thing out and see if it's going to work. Obviously, we also have the stochastic and the RSI to filter out any bad trades. So I guess this is the buy condition. The buy condition where we have the 5. Is it the 5? The 5 above the 12, and the 34 above the 45. Yes, as well as stochastic coming in above the 20 line, and I think RSI above 50. above 50. Okay, so that's why how we are going to set our buy. Let's go and see how we do that. So we're going to come here and we are looking for moving average, the first set of moving averages. And what kind of moving averages are we using? EMAs. Okay, so we're just going to set the first moving average. Shift is going to be 0, and we're going to set EMA there, which is the type of the moving average, and we're going to set it to close. Shift, we're going to keep everything to 0. It's going to be above is the highest, so this one needs to be 5. This one needs to be 5. So it needs to be above the 12. Then we go in there and we find 12, and shift should be 0. Again, we're going to use EMA, and price is going to be close. Shift is going to be 0. That's that's the first moving average condition. That's first moving average condition, and the 34 must be above the 45. So we're going to say and uh, 34. You can see how easy it is to do this. You don't need to be a rocket scientist in order to create your own Forex robot. It needs to be above the 45, and this we are creating for MetaTrader 5. Shift 0, then it's EMA again, and the price we are choosing close. Then RSI, where is my RSI? RSI needs to be, what RSI value is he using? RSI 21. RSI 21. Price we are going to use close. Shift we are going to use 0. It needs to be above the 20, the 50 line. So that's what it says here. It needs to be above 50. So it's going to be above value. Here we are going to choose value 50. Then the stochastic needs to be greater than 50 as well. That's what it is. Okay, let's just go with what he's saying. We're going to look for stochastic, and he's saying is what? 1455. 1455 method. Let's use SMA price. The mode, let's just use main. Shift, we're going to keep it at 0. It needs to be above value 50. Basically done our long entry. That's for our long entry, and we can set the opposite. The opposite of this is going to be our what? Our sell. So to open a sell, we're going to basically do the same thing, but our arrows are just going to be looking the other direction. So we're going to use 5 there, 0. I'm just going to be a little bit faster because I don't want us to spend the whole day here. So 5 needs to be below 12, if I remember. It's going to be below 12, and it's going to be 0. It's going to be EMA. Price is going to be close. Shift is going to be 0, and we're going to add another one, which is going to be 34. 4, 0. Yeah, we're basically doing everything that we did with the open buy, and we're just changing this arrow direction. below 5. 5. A close and add our RSI, which is, I think it was 21, if I remember well. 21 needs to be below 50 value. 50, this, and stochastic also needs to be below 50. If I remember, it was 14.45 stochastic, 14.55. Just trying to speed up things. 14.55. And EMA, if I'm moving too fast, you can rewind anything that you probably did not catch, and it needs to be below value 50. Okay. Now for our close buy, we want a signal to close our buys. If anything changes in the market, we want to be able to quickly close our buy trades. So you can basically use all of this sell. The moment it opens a sell, it closes the buy. So you can basically use all these indicators or the conditions that you've used here as well, because that's what we want to do. The moment it opens a sell, we want to close the buy. So these indicators, these conditions are valid for closing the buy. Or you can choose one. You can choose one, maybe a moving average cross, to tell you that it's time to close that buy. So maybe we can choose this one. I don't know. Maybe we can use this one. So we'll say the moment we notice that the moving average 34 is crossed, the moving average 34 is crossed, or if you want the faster one, if you want the faster one, you can say if the 5 crosses below the 12, despite whatever else is happening here, we just want to close that trade. So, or you can use all of these conditions. It's up to you. I'm trying to just be quick so that this video is not too long. So I'm just going to use the moving average. Let's use the first one. So at the moment the 5 moving average crosses the 12, we're going to close that trade. We're going to close any buy trades, that are open. We are just going to close them. So that's what we do, so that we don't have buys and sells open at the same time. Get the picture. Then again, same deal with close sell. It's just going to be similar to all the buy conditions, because that's when the conditions have changed from sells to buys. So we are just going to again use the moving average as our condition to close any sales. So if the 5 goes above the 12, it's time to close those cells. We do that, trying to be fast. Go EMA, close 0. That's it. And then we come here to options. Here you can set a magic number for your robot so that it knows the trade that it placed, so that it can manage those trades only and not manage the trades that have been placed by other robots or that you have you placed manually. So that's why you use a magic number. You can change your lot size here to just keep it to the basic one. Then here you can set stop loss, you can set take profit, you can set trailing stop. Maybe you don't need the take profit, or maybe you can just set it to whatever number that you want. We just put a random number there. Stop loss, just go 30, you can keep it or whatever suits your asset, because this is MT5, so people are probably going to also trade this robot on things like VIX and boom and crash and things like that. So you just need to play with your stop losses and take profits here. After that, we are done. That's basically our robot. Then when we come here, we are going to get the code. So you're going to say generate MQL5, which is going to generate our what? Our code. And here you can name your robot. What does it call it? I don't know. Let's just call it trend follower. Let's just name it trend follower, and we save. We are going to get our source code there, and we are going to place it into MetaTrader 5, and we are going to compile it, and our robot is going to be live. That's it for this video, guys. If you have anything that you want me to show you how to do, either using this free EA builder or FX Dreamer, a strategy that you probably want me to show you how to do it, for MetaTrader 5, I'm using this one. I'm using this EA builder. For a MetaTrader 4, I'm using FX Streamer. So shout, and I'll try my best to assist. Guys, until next time, bye.